Hey, this week I want to talk about using social media to build confidence. Now, we've been talking a lot on the radio show about social media, and we've been doing several videos about social media. And I can't really underscore the importance of this to business because for me, social media is a game changer in business. Much the same way that computers were a game changer for business back in the mid-'80s. I remember going one time to a trade association meeting, and there was a table of my competitors, and I overheard one of them make a comment, something to the effect of, well, I'm not going to get no gosh darn computer. I don't need that in my business. And I just kind of smiled to myself because I knew that that company probably was not going to be around in the long run. Well, I think the same is true for social media today. Any business that is not getting involved in some way might not make it in the long run. That's just my opinion. So, for me, it's a game changer, and I think every business needs to get involved in some way. Now, I also want to talk about building confidence using social media. Confidence building to me is one of the most important things that we can do as business owners. Try to name any successful business person that you think who does not have a lot of confidence. They don't suffer from a lack of self-confidence. These are people that are feeling really good about what they're doing. They feel very empowered, and they get out there and they make things happen. And so I think all of us are working on that in some capacity. Well, I think social media is a great tool for doing that, and I want to tell you a little bit about how to do that. But first of all, you have to figure out how you're going to get started with social media. You're going to have to pick some outlet for that. Now, if you like to write, start a blog. If you like to take pictures and you think that pictures tell the story, then start posting photographs on Flickr. If you're a man or woman of few words, set up a Twitter account. If you're a social butterfly type, get a Facebook page and start connecting with people on Facebook. And if you're a big old ham, start a video just like this, and you can get all the multimedia into one outlet. So pick one, though, that is right for you, one that you feel comfortable with, and start to develop that. And what will happen is that over time, you're going to get better with that media. And that alone starts to build your confidence, and that's kind of the low-hanging fruit there. But I think the real key here in terms of building confidence is like anything in life. You have to stretch yourself. You've got to find some way to improve. So let's say that you do like to write, and you started a blog, and maybe you've even gotten good with your blog over time. Well, I would encourage you to stretch yourself and to find another media. Let's say you've always been afraid of public speaking, or you don't think that you're very eloquent as a speaker. Well, start a podcast, or start a video just like this. And you don't have to necessarily start posting them online right away, especially if you're embarrassed about it, but you at least start practicing with that media, and over time you do get better at it. And so it's like anything in life. As you're getting better at it, that does start to build your sense of self-confidence. You start to take on something brand new, and you get better with it over time. And who doesn't feel good when we do those kinds of things in life? And I think as business people, anything that we can do to boost our self-confidence is extremely valuable. So stretch yourself with social media. It's easy, and it's something that you can practice with over time. And it doesn't cost anything to do. It's the cheapest thing that you can do to work on building your self-confidence. But again, the key there is to stretch yourself into some medium that you're not comfortable with. Because anytime we stretch ourselves into new territory, that starts to feel very empowering. We start to feel better than we were before, and we feel that we can take on more, we can do more, we can be more as people. And social media is a great opportunity for you to try to do that. So this week, we hope you'll join us on the John Adams Show at Friday morning at 9 on 1510 KFNN. If you can't join us live, you can at least go to thejohnadamshow.com and listen to the replays. You can download the file onto the MP3 file onto your audio player. So thanks. We hope you'll join us.